guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a message for the new moon in Aries. Take what resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet, my friends, so use that power wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So before I get into the messages, I am just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the farthest reaching, but only for the highest good of the entire collective. No second-rate messages here today, my friends. So, I'm actually going to start off with the Monology Oracle today and get a little bit of spiritual advice on what we can expect for this moon, what kind of energy this moon may be bringing in. So, Spirit, what messages would you have for anyone watching? And right away you have the full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. And that's actually pretty wonderful because we're coming into new energy. So I heard it's time to lay the burdens down. It's time to finish up and wrap up any loose ends because something is coming to a close and every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So I'm channeling a little bit of semisonic there with closing time. But this is really important, I think. And I think a lot of us have been really waiting for this. So Spirit, what else can you tell me going into this new moon in Aries, please? What other messages would you have us know? Thank you. And you have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And again, to me, this speaks of more endings coming with this new beginning because we have two full moons. This is two things. It's time to show the real you. And there's an end of a tough cycle. For some of us, they feel like this is, this people-pleasing or being afraid to really show the real us to the world because of what if people won't accept me? What if people won't like me? And screw them, my friends, because you are lovable and beautiful and powerful and magnificent just as you are. And when we stay in our true essence, this is where we're most in our power. So wherever, if there's been situations I heard where there's been kind of feelings of powerlessness or something like that, it feels like to me this is going away, this is changing. And this could even just become from your mindset that going into this month, maybe it's going to be important each day to tell yourself 3 things about yourself that you like, that you love, things that you're proud of yourself for. Do this when you wake up in the morning. Say, hey, beautiful, glad you woke up today. You're funny, you're smart, and you're powerful. Whatever you need to do, but I want you guys just to remember that who you are, when you allow this to shine from the inside, the whole world radiates. You have the ability to help change the world with your vibration. So the bottom of the deck is the Balsamic Moon, and here it says, a time for healing. So this definitely is, you could be experiencing a lot of healing coming in. We are definitely in the swing of spring as well, and definitely into Aries season. So there's a lot of healing that comes in. For some of you, I heard sexual healing because it could be a lot of passion. But what I heard is Dharma. For some of you as well, I think that allowing this more authentic version of yourself to shine and healing those places where we may have felt like it wasn't okay to be us, this is really going to set us more on our life's mission. This is going to set us more into our purpose, more into why we're on this earth plane. So Spirit, this is actually the Monology Manifestation Oracle cards as well. I felt like it was really important to bring them in. So I'm going to try and get 3 messages here, please, as well, for this new moon in Aries. Spirit, advice on showing the real us. Half. Thank you. They still have a lot, but I'm going to take it. It says, the last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Show the real you. Be real. Authenticity is definitely being highlighted this month. Full moon in Leo, go wild. Go wild. And the last one here is last quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up. What do we want to, if we want to manifest being able to show the world the real us, this healing, we need to be real. This means authentic within our feelings. If we're feeling something, this does not mean hiding it or gulping it down. This means dealing with the issue and actually feeling this. For some of us, I feel like as well, I'm a Gemini, so it happens, I talk a lot. But what I feel is some of us may talk so much or through conversations that we're not actually feeling what's happening or feeling our feelings out. Some of us as well, this may be, I heard, a diversion method, or when feelings need to be talked about, anything but that. Like, this could be a very uncomfortable situation. So going wild here, I think, comes from a lot of the healing that whatever tough cycle we're ending, whatever we're putting an ending to, that this is going, you know what, we're going to step out of this situation healed, feeling what is real in our heart. And I think this whole lighten up and go wild thing, this is hella important. Play is important in our world. And coming in that, you know, this is the baby, right? This is the baby of the zodiac, the new moon, new zodiac year. It's just really important, I think, right now for you to remember your strength, as well as, okay, see these cactuses? The words I heard were dry spell. For some of you, this is, you know what, even if you are, you know, going through what you feel is a dry spell, there will be rain, okay? There will always be rain. This is hold out, do what you need to do, conserve your resources. But I'm going to read you actually the book for this one. So let's get what card we have. Full moon cards, and we want full moon in Leo. Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Leo. There are times when your best bet in manifesting and in life is to throw all your cards up in the air, so to speak, and see how they fall. As tempting as it might be to try to control a situation, you'll be better off now if you just release and go a little wild. You'll get your answer to your question as soon, so you might as well enjoy the ride. The most unexpected thing is that having fun is one of the most powerful ways of manifesting your desires. Distance yourself from arrogant people. That makes sense though, especially if you resonated with, you know, it's time to step more into your authentic self, time to step more into your power, and time really to release more of those feelings of what other people are going to think about us when we step into this authentic self. So go wild, my friends. It says your manifesting mindset, worrying about something or someone's triggers the law of attraction as much as positive thoughts. So focus on the positive. I think this is also really important as well. You know, if you're worried, if you're stressed, if you've, you know, the word, I'm hearing that song, 24 hours to go, I want to be sedated, nothing to do, nowhere to go, I want to be sedated. I feel like it's either if there's stress, or if there's something you're excited about, or if there's something you're worried about, whatever it is, if in this current moment you cannot actually do anything about it, Spirit is saying, find something, play, do something. Because if we sit in our home and we worry about what's coming tomorrow, rather than enjoying today, we're ruining our day. And like Spirit says, that's just as powerful. Manifesting that is just as powerful. Spirit hears you, Spirit feels you. So this is where it's going to, you know, time to find something that's going to make you feel better. So I'm going to give you a short little example. The other day I let my son go to school with his friends, and I told him when he had to be back, and he was a little late, and I was starting to get worried because I get anxiety, and I was like doing the pacing my house, being like, okay, how many more minutes till I'm going to go get him? And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what, my other son's teddy bear has had a hole in it for a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to just sew this. I need to do this because it will take my mind off my other son. So I think this is what it is find tasks to do, whether it's on your to-do list or whether it's just things like taking a walk or something that may fill your day with a little bit more sunshine. Do that, because that stuff that's fun, that stuff we enjoy, it's going to help lighten the burdens of whatever tough cycle this has been. So letting that go. They want me to show you the bottom of the deck, which is take a breather. Take a breather. Whatever this is that's going to help you lighten up as well. For some of you, this may be like a couple different breathing exercises. Could be meditation. Just could be, very, very aware of your breath and asking Spirit to help you release any negative or trapped energy that's stuck in here. Any anxiety, any worry. Breathe in the good stuff. Exhale the bullshit. Right? And asking as well that when we exhale, on that exhale, that this is being transmuted out into the world with love. So before I move any farther, I'm going to grab some tarot here. And I have the Shadowscapes Tarot. So what's a little tarot wisdom? They're telling me the Energy Oracle. I had a bunch of Oracle cards and one tarot today. So let's go with the Energy Oracle first. Thank you. I have one. And we'll check the bottom of the deck is victory. I don't know if any of you guys watched Animaniacs back in the day. And then now it's on again. But Pinky and the Brain. What I heard is victory is mine. For some of you, again, this has been a long time coming. And I also heard wise up, because those challenges are over, but new ones are coming, and that's not a bad thing. Challenges are not a bad thing. Challenges are very, very good for us and good for our growth. Hostilities came out, was the other card. So for some of you, this is some of these challenges that you've been going through, some of this tough cycle. It might have been hostilities. You could have been, this could have been, I heard, in a workplace. This could come back to that advice is to stay away from arrogant people. If there's people around you who think they're right all the time and their way is the best way according to them and there's no other way, and they're very opinionated on other people. They like to put other people down. Spirit's like, you distance yourself from that, because this is also fueling your mindset. And if you're working really hard to change that mindset, especially if you're doing those 3, self-love or self-gratitude affirmations, being around other people who are going to start putting you down, what that does is that this is going to counteract. So the thing is, don't accept when you have hostilities around you. You do not need to absorb that energy. As well as for some of you, what I'm hearing is go your way, do your thing. It doesn't matter how pissed off this person is about it. It doesn't matter how angry they are that you did it, because the true thing here is just to be real and to be you. So they're showing their real colors by being hostile towards you or aggressive or arrogant. That's who they are. So it's time to show who you are, be real, and maybe some of the burdens that we're lightening up is this hostility. Because whatever this is, you're going to be victorious over it, okay? So let's get into a little bit now. I've got the Shadowscapes or Oracle, and we're like, that's fine. Tarot wisdom here we have is the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, this comes down to that resting as well, or just to take the breather. I feel like for a while, this is you maybe kind of taking stock of what you have, recharging as well. And I do feel like a lot of this mind thing. This could be because we've had people around us with hostilities thinking that what is ours, they can just take. And I think that this is for a little bit, this is us keeping our energy a little bit more to ourselves, a little bit more subdued, maybe a little bit more reserved. But definitely, I feel like whatever this situation is, whatever end of the cycle is, you're coming out knowing what's yours, owning what you have, and being proud of it as well. But there is wealth here as well. There is absolutely wealth, because yes, he's guarding his pentacles. For some of you, I think that you may need to kind of pay attention to your finances right now and just kind of like, what I heard is curb your spending and kind of go with that wants and needs. Do I want it? Yeah. Do I need it? No. And can I afford this? Because that's the real difference too with wants and needs, is how much money do we have that's a little bit extra. And I may want this, but is there something else I'd rather have that I could save up for instead? I think these are questions we're going to be asking ourselves now. Spirit, for some of you, I heard like this healing could have to do with money as well. But let's find some more about this 4 of Pentacles. Please tell me more about the 4 of Pentacles. This new moon in Aries energy. What is this 4 of Pentacles here? Authenticity is key, is what I heard again. Thank you. three cards that fell out. We have the Emperor. You have the Four of Cups in reverse. So there's two fours as well. 44 could be significant for some of you. 4 as well. I know myself, I'm a life path number 4. So we have also here the Hierophant in the reverse. This definitely does speak to me for some of you, divorce, or some of you like the ending of a marital situation or something like that, where, you know, it's been hostile for a long time, but what you get out, you're getting out with what you have, right? Whatever you end up with here that's yours, you're not divvying it up or sharing resources with another person or anything like that. So with the Emperor, I do feel like this has to do with your personal power and standing up and owning your power and living in your truth. However, I do also feel like this could be someone else in your world. Aries is you though, so it could be you, absolutely. I think that it's also speaking with this Hierophant in the reverse and this Four of Cups in the reverse, is that there could definitely have been a huge upheaval right now, and the thing is that we need to get out of this energy, get out of this wallowing sadness or disappointment energy, because it's not actually going to serve our highest good. It doesn't mean that we won't be disappointed and that we aren't going to feel that, because whatever you're feeling right now, feel it out. I feel like that talk less, feel more is until you know how to articulate it. Because sometimes, especially with feelings, we get them, absolutely, but how to put those into words. I know a lot of times, especially if I'm very upset, and it hasn't happened in a while, but if I get really, really upset, and someone's asking me like about my feelings for it, or asking me to communicate, I can't find the words. It's almost like I'll shut down because I can't find the words to convey how I'm feeling to, to whoever this person is or whoever it is that's asking me. For some of you, I feel like it could be because if you've been around somebody who, again, has been arrogant and hostile and controlling, you don't want to give them anything. You don't want to tell them nothing. You don't want to ever talk with them. So however they're making you feel, you're going to take that. You're not going to tell them, because some people like making people feel like shit. It's going to depend on your situation, I think. Tell me about this Hierophant in reverse, please. And the High Priestess comes out in reverse. So that's interesting because those two also would be counterparts, both in the reverse here. Why? Why here, please? Thank you. Page of Wands in the reverse, with the Seven of Wands in the upright at the bottom, though. So what I heard is, while the end of the tough cycle approaches, some of you are still in this muck with the hostility. Some of you could be going through divorce proceedings or separation agreements. Some of you, whatever's happening, whatever this tough cycle is, has made you question your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual authority, your own understandings as well. And I think that it's a really big reminder here not to disobey your intuition, but not to ignore your intuition. And this is really a time for seeking and gathering knowledge. This Page of Wands here, now it was in the reverse again because I feel like it's hard to say whether you're wanting to go out and kind of soak up the fun and go looking for adventure, or if maybe you're feeling like right now I just kind of want to lay low because, I've kind of been feeling a little bit heartbroken and distraught, and I'm trying to find ways to move myself out of that. The Seven of Wands showing itself here. The Three of Cups was in reverse underneath that, as well as the Magician. You could have, if you're still dealing with this person, what I heard is like somebody could be upset that you've left, upset that you're gone, and trying to upset you, okay? What I heard in that is that the biggest thing and the best thing you can do for yourself is to walk in your own power and to let that just fall off your shoulders. Because again, whatever this person, this group of person has to say, whatever hostilities it is, you get victory here. You walk away. And what I heard is it doesn't matter if it's with the shirt off your back or what it is that you have. It's better than feeling trapped and stuck. And I heard layer. For some of you, you may have felt like the last little while, especially if you weren't financially stable enough to actually get out of the situation or move on your own. For some of you, could have felt like, it was a layer, it was a dungeon, that you were there and that you didn't want to be there, so it almost felt like you were trapped or kept against your will because, especially during COVID when there wasn't a whole lot to do, right? You go out to the park, but there wasn't a whole lot to do. So that's where I'm just getting here, that right now we're going to switch this around, okay? We're going to put this Page of Wands in the upright and say it's time to go after those things that bring you joy and make you happy, because fighting and bickering and this struggle energy with these hostilities, it's just going to weaken your immune system and make you feel like crap. So I'm going to bring you some advice from the Earth Magic Oracle going forward. I think that this is remembering too, like this time for healing. What I'm probably picking up on is all the healing that needs to happen. Of course, you're going to be kind of wanting to keep to yourself for a little bit, depending on who you are, because some of us, when we need to heal, we're going to call up all our friends. We're not going to be, alone. We're going to go do all this other stuff and try to get our mind off it. Here, I feel like as well, though, it's like, but we may have grown out of that situation, or, just that's not how we deal with our sadness, that we go more into ourselves and find the answers. And then when we're ready, we bring this healed self out into the world and we let it loose and we go wild and we lighten up. So whatever's been on you lately, my friends, it's been a heavy burden. Spirit says lighten up again with clouds, because what's lighter than a cloud? Well, air. But these things float, right? They may contain heavy emotions. There's a lot of rain in here, but they're doing it in a way that is fast moving, as well as things change all the time. Our situations are never going to be stuck. You are not stuck. This movement could be fast, so it's also important just to give yourself a little bit of grace and flexibility in terms of moving through one cycle to the next. Okay, so the last I want to show you at the bottom of the deck is dream time and creation. For some of you, your dreams are going to be very prophetic. Some of your dreams may be very, very informative for you and kind of giving you like a map or a blueprint as to where to go next, right? What part of this mission is next for you. For some of you, I feel like this is shape-shifting. Trying to remember the name of the book, but it's horrible. Just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. I couldn't find the book. It's an older paperback book, and what it does basically is follow a Yaqui Indian sorcerer's apprentice, and he describes shape-shifting. He describes, at this point, he's taken a very, I will say, experimental and dangerous concoction of plants, and is seeing himself as a bird, and he's shape-shifting. And the Yaqui sorcerer, this is how he's teaching him to do it, that you are the bird. I think that's where, I wish I could tell you the name, because it's completely gone. Carlos something is, I think, who wrote it, but I think that this is, for some of you, this could be remote viewing as well, but for some of you, this is meditation style. This is reminding yourself as well that you technically kind of are a shapeshifter. Our soul can transform and can go into whatever life form we are incarnating in. So for some of you as well, this could be like that I heard past life trauma, but we could be connecting the dots, and you could actually see where in this world too, for some of you, you may feel like you shapeshift. You may feel like you're able to, I heard the words infiltrate groups or move through different groups, and from one group to the next, you're still you. You're multi-dimensional, you're multifaceted, and you're still you, but throughout this time you almost seem to transform and shapeshift within these groups, because if somebody knows you, oh, okay, I heard wrestling, okay, let's go with that. Let's say you're part of a wrestling club. All your wrestling friends know you as one entity, one person, but you're not going to take that persona, let's say, into your sewing group, right? Just an example. So then your sewing group, you may be a little bit more refined depending on the company you're around as well. So I heard for some of you this is shape-shifting depending on the company that you keep. But this is also maybe just getting messages from the clouds as well when you're watching them. If you see any sort of image in there, pay attention to what it was and what this is trying to tell you, as well as what I heard is angels. Watch the clouds for angels, because oftentimes there are huge messages in the sky. So be real, be authentic to who you are, because that's who the world needs. The world needs you, your authentic voice and your authentic being, to help make it a better place. So whatever burdens have been bothering you, if there's been something that's been controlling you, now is the time to take back control of your life. Let go or work on actively healing the stuff that's kept you in this tough cycle. For some of you, it's codependency or whatnot, or the hostilities. Why were they so hard to move through? You've won now. So what I heard is don't go back. Don't take that step back. Victory goes forward. So that's the message I have. I hope it resonated. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.